blessings, everyone, and welcome to Ignite Humanity Live. I'm your host, Lady JB Owen, and very excited and thrilled to be here to talk about ways to ignite humanity. I'm super thrilled about the power each and every one of us has to make a difference on the planet and ignite another life. And in fact, you know what that is. It's the ripple effect. When one person steps into a greater version of themselves, they create a ripple effect of those around them, and that definitely will ignite humanity. We bring guests on the show to talk about their ignite moments, something in their life that was the catalyst and the pinnacle, something that moved them in the direction of what they're doing to help others. Many of us come to a place in our lives where we realize it's time for me to do something more than just for myself. And these guests talk about those ignite moments, those awakenings that inspire them to help humanity. When one person helps another person, again, we create that ripple effect that's going to improve humanity. We'd love for you to stay tuned every day. Come on into the show Monday to Fridays as we talk about ways to ignite humanity. We're here to encourage you. We want you to get up off the couch and feel inspired to do something in your life that will ignite the lives of others. It's Friday, so that means it's Connections Day. The theme of the day is connections. And today we're going to talk a little bit about your connection with your finances, your connection with abundance, your connection with prosperity, and your connection with knowing that you can do it no matter how old you are. All right, well, let me introduce our guest. Super happy to have her here. Leslie Kuster is a vibrant force in the entrepreneurial world, especially for women navigating the path to financial freedom and success. As the founder and CEO of Back from Bali, Leslie has taken her company to the heights of generating multiple success. She has an unwavering commitment to empowering women entrepreneurs. She's a beacon of hope and inspiration, proving it's never too late to chase your dreams and succeed regardless of age. Leslie's journey from doing to dreaming and dreaming to doing is a testament to her belief in the power of resilience, vision, and the relentless pursuit of goals. Her mission goes beyond business. It's about fostering a community where women uplift each other to live the life they've always wanted. Please welcome her to the show.
Thank you so much. What a beautiful introduction. Appreciate it very much. You ignited me.
Blessings, and thank you so much for coming. I wanted to actually hone in on one of the things in your bio that talks about dreaming to doing. Can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think we often ask ourselves, what is it that we really want? Okay. And we get off track with that because we want a lot of things, right? We may want a good car, we may want a new relationship, we want lots of things. So I like to switch the question from what do we want to what do we yearn for? And the yearning is connected much more with the dreaming that you just spoke about, because the yearning, I believe, is the deeper meaning behind what we want. Like, for example, we may want to lose weight, but we're kind of yearning maybe to be seen more in the world, right? Or we may want more money, but we may be yearning more to be seen as somebody with more value. So when you start asking yourself that question, you change it from wanting to yearning, then you're going much deeper into what you want to manifest in the world, because we don't just want to manifest the red car. We don't want to just manifest the money only. We want to manifest what we really, really yearn for.
It's a beautiful reference to the word want. I was doing obviously my January sort of recapping and getting ready for 2024. And I thought about, we want a lot of things, exactly what you said. We want this, we want that. And we're a little bit like kid in a candy store with all the things that we want. But real mastery is in wanting the things that are most important to us. And that goes to what you said, what we really yearn for, which is deep within us. Today is about connections. And I know that you are a master in the financial world in the sense of abundance and prosperity and creating financial success. Can you talk about that connection that people often have or don't have with their money relationship?
I am exactly the person that you've heard maybe a comedian say, which it took me 20 years to be an overnight success. So that was very much me, somebody who had a business for a very, very long time. And I'm sure there's a lot of listeners listening and relating to it, but yet not really having the financial success that they maybe dream of or knew they can do. And so this has become something very important to me, that I changed this. There was literally an ignite moment. And
Mm,
never used that word before, but it literally was a moment in time where I just said, enough is enough. I know I'm smarter than I'm acting in my life. I know I'm more capable of what I'm doing. And mostly, I want to stop expecting success to be coming from somebody else, my husband, my father, whatever, any other person. And there was a moment in my life where I faced my lies that I had been having, I think, about myself, that it's not my job to make the money, or, I want to have more free time. And if I become too successful, I won't be spiritual anymore. Like all of these mindset things that were completely false. And when I faced myself in the mirror and became honest about what I wanted, I realized that I literally wanted more money, because I wanted more independence in my life, and I wanted more empowerment in my life, because that's what money will give us. It's not just the money, it's what comes with it. It's the opportunities, the options, the ability to raise humanity, right? To donate to charity, to send your child to a great school, to, create a beautiful business that's going to help and employ other people as well. And that was my ignite moment, and I seized it, and I
mhm.
took action on it.
It's beautiful that you say that, because what I love about Ignite Moments is the people like yourself who decide, I am going to grab hold of this moment, maybe as uncomfortable and prickly as it may be, but I'm going to decide to do something different that is going to benefit me. Now, there are other people who have the same Ignite moment and they realize that that may be the beginning of the downward spiral. What I love is when people have this Ignite moment that says, okay, it's going to take a bit of work, but I'm willing to put in the work. And there are probably some people who are watching saying, Leslie, okay, I'm willing, I want to, what do I do?
Yeah. You have to take action. And, I'm a great believer in meditation, hugging trees, going for walks, doing dream boards, creating our vision, all of that. But none of that works unless you actually do something.
Hmm.
And this is really the most important step. Is, the first step is, I like to call it inner actions and outer actions. And you have to have both. You have to have the inner actions first. Those inner actions are, what is it that I really yearn for? What is my vision? Like, what do I want to create in my life? How do I want my life to be, my business to be, my relationships to be, and to get really clear on that. That's the inner actions, and that's extremely important. But then comes the outer actions, and that is the step that a lot of people are scared to take, getting on a live video, it's
Hmm.
scary, right? To do live videos, hiring someone for the first time. I remember when, when I decided, okay, I need more help in my e-commerce work, that I have my business. I needed to hire a VA, my first VA, virtual assistant. And I can't tell you how scared I was to do that. Like, I felt like I was going to be opening up my underwear drawer and let somebody, right? And they would know, like, I wasn't that successful. I didn't know what I was doing. All of these things are really, really scary. And so that's why people don't take action, but that's exactly what you have to do.
I so agree with you. You have to take action to make something happen. Even if you take action and you realize, okay, that's not the right step, or course correction, I got to pivot, I've got to move. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because some people are so hard on themselves when they take action in one direction and they realize, oh, that wasn't the right thing to do. I need to do something different. Instead of just pivoting, moving, going backwards, or reassessing, they often use that moment to quit. If you have something to suggest to push through that?
You, okay. Do you remember the old water pumps that, you used to see, or you see it in the movies, some like big burly guy, and he's going to go to the water pump outside, and he starts pumping the water and pumping the water. And guess what? Nothing actually comes out, right? And he has to pump and pump and pump and pump. And then finally, there's like maybe a little trickle, right? And then maybe there's a little bit of a stream, and then comes the gushing of the water. This is what business is, or this is what anything is in life. If you want to make something happen, you have to persevere. It's actually one of the keys to success, and truthfully, one of the easiest keys to success, because everyone else out there that you're competing with potentially, or or also trying to do something that you want to be doing, also has their fears, and they also are giving up. But if you just like kind of stay the course, like you just stay in the game, and you're not even good at what you do, even that alone will give you like a head start than anybody else. So persevering is absolutely one of the most important things. And also regarding like the action steps, there's so many things to do in business, and you don't have to just assume that one of them is going to work. We have to do just like little things, like little steps, little changes, little things that you're doing every single day or once a week. All of those together start to combine, and then they really start to help your business and help your relationships and help everything that you want to have in your life.
Yeah, it's actually momentum. You want to create this momentum. And one of the great things about that analogy, when that person is as pushing on the pump, you often can stop pushing on it and water is still coming out because you've created this wonderful momentum. So I love that you share that, because business is really about a momentum. You've written a fabulous book, you've got
Thank
lots of success. Tell
thank
me about some of the keys. We're all very interested. These 7 keys. Can you share some of them with us?
Yeah, absolutely. One key is called, I wrote 7 keys. Basically, why did I even write this book? So I just want to start with that. So the reason why I wrote this book is because I wondered myself how I did it. Like that was my question to myself, like, how in the world did I create this success when I have absolutely no business background? My business is selling women's clothing. I don't even know how to sew. Okay. So, what happened and how did I do it? And I started to realize that there were actually 7 things that I had done and are doing that helped me to have this success. So, one of the 7 keys, key number 2 is focus on it. Focus.
Mm.
Because this is one of the most important things. Women in particular think that we're really good at multitasking, but we're actually not. Our brains don't work this way. You actually can't do 2 things at the same time that are high level things. It just doesn't work. I had 2 businesses, and one business was called Girl Power. It was an empowerment program for young girls. I absolutely loved doing it. And
I
my
love that business. I know about girl power. Bravo to you.
Thank you. And the other business is the business I have now, the e-commerce business. And for many, 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 many years, I had both of them. And what happens when you don't focus is you run to one thing, and that starts to build and build and build, and you see success, and the other one starts to go down. And then you run over to the other one and you start to build that up because you're not doing well. And that one goes up, and then the other one goes down. So you're in a seesaw going up and down and up and down. And that is mediocre. So what you have to do is you need to focus on things. And what one of the things that changed it for me was deciding to let go of one of the businesses. And that was also really hard, because then I got into the thing of, you know, what is better? Like, meaning better to me was, that it should be more spiritual, or it should be a business that helps people more. So therefore, I started to feel like, well, then I should do Girl Power, because that's helping young girls. We do a lot of work around body image and other things. And my e-commerce business is just about me, right? And money and selling clothes, and it's materialistic. And I went through such a struggle over which one should I do? And it was really amazing in that ignite moment that I had talked to you about earlier. That's when I started to get more in touch with my body and what my body was saying to me. And my head was saying, oh, you should do girl power. This is better for the world. You shouldn't do the back from Bali. That's, it's materialistic. But my gut was saying, do back from Bali. That was my gut. That's the name of my business. And once I decided I'm going to follow my gut, and because it was just feeling in here, I felt like if there were angels in the room, they would be like singing hallelujah. Right? And I got
Yes.
all of these chills down my spine, as if someone was yelling, "What took you so long?" And I have the
Mhm.
chills right now when I say this. And I focused, and I decided I was gonna really focus. So that is key number 2 in the book. It's so important, that we really focus on the one thing that we want to create in the world.
So beautifully said, because you're right. We can push. It's kind. I always think of that game at the carnival where there's the little horses and you have to shoot the water in it, and it goes up a little bit. And as soon as you look away, like the water's not going in the hole anymore, and the horse starts moving. But then you're trying to move all the horses, and it really is like it takes a lot longer to get to the finish line. Nobody experiences the best experience possible when you're just not focused and you're so busy moving around. So I love that you say that focus is truly so important. Talk a little bit about how financial success is igniting humanity in the sense that you touched on it a bit. Is making money, or I don't feel like this is the most philanthropic thing I could do, or is this the most genuine place because money has that connotation?
Yeah.
Share how some people are probably having that same struggle. How do they bring that together, realizing that abundance and prosperity is helping humanity?
Yeah, yeah, totally. It's all mindset again and our beliefs. And this is, okay, I'm going to share a statistic with you. Okay. Because I'm into business, I'm into women, entrepreneurship, and all of that stuff. 90% of women entrepreneurs do not do over $100,000 a year in revenue. I am not talking about what they pay themselves. I'm talking about revenue. Okay. That means only 10% do. All right. And when it comes to, even higher numbers, it's 3%. That's a problem. This
Hmm.
is a problem for women. This is really a problem. And one of the reasons why this statistic exists is because of women's relationship with money and how they want to feel more feminine, and money often is associated with greed or masculinity, even, or just, the kind of person you don't really want to be. And you often hear women who have businesses say things like, well, I would do my business even if I didn't make any money. Well, why would you do that?
Right.
Why would you even say those words, okay, which will then manifest not making any money? Because there's some kind of embarrassment or shame around a woman who is empowered and saying they want money and they enjoy their money. It's not really a typical feminine stereotype, but this is hurting women terribly, because
Mm.
with our money we could do so many wonderful things in the world. And also, and one of the most important ones is independence, okay? Getting yourself out of a bad relationship. A lot of women are staying in bad situations simply because of the money. And this is a pretty epidemic. It's not like a few women.
Mhm.
It's a
True.
huge majority. It's probably most women, to tell you the truth. And that was me, so I can speak about this. This was me. Well, not staying in a relationship, but just really feeling like, the man is the one who's going to do it, and it has nothing to do with me. So it is, having money and allowing yourself to say, you know what, I do want this and I can have it, is a way of loving yourself. It's a way of recognizing your value in the world, right? And that, wow, I can take control of my life. I can give myself the education I want. I can give my children, I could do things in the world. I could buy $1,000 pair of high heels if I want. There's no judgment of what you do with your money. So I think we need a shift in our mindset for women. So I often say things like, I love money. I love money so much I can kiss it. Mwah, 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 mwah. And some people are like, oh, horrified. But you're horrified because it pushes your buttons
Mm.
about your own mindset of what is good and bad around money.
Mm. And talk a little bit because people say money is frequency and money is a vibration and money is the means to the next thing. So I laugh when you say I could kiss money because people are thinking of, a piece of paper and it's green. But for many of us, money represents energy, money represents possibilities, money represents opportunities. And sometimes that isn't really a dollar amount. Can you talk about how frequency around your finances is also really this way to create more abundance in your life?
Yeah, well, that's what it is. It creates more abundance in your life, and
Mhm.
it's important to work with the powers out there. It's very important to work with manifestation and
Mhm.
imagery, and um, I like to call them money mantras. And
Yeah.
the one that I use all the time is a lot of money comes easily and frequently. And I say this all the time. A lot of money comes easily and frequently. And so this is a way of attracting, really attracting into your life. You know, when you say things like, I never have any money and all these things, you're manifesting that. You are repelling the money that wants to come to you.
It's
And
true.
if anybody thinks any of this is hogwash, I'm here to tell you it really isn't. When I when I made my shift, my change, I would do the mantra all the time. I would put numbers up all the time, because I guess I'm a numbers person. It just relates to me. And I would literally just stare at that number. And what we're doing with attracting the money, the reason why I'm talking about this is because we are trying to brainwash ourselves to open ourselves up to believe that this is possible. Okay.
Mhm.
So when you start to see pieces of, like for example, I have little sticky tapes all over the place that have numbers on it, or my dreams, my visions. When you start to see these things all the time, when you sit at your computer, or on your mirror when you get dressed in the morning, or on your car console, when you start to see the things you want, see the amount of money you want, whatever it is you want, you start to brainwash yourself because it becomes familiar. Just the way
Mm.
Amazon, when you go on Amazon and you look for the red dress, all of a sudden, every time you go on, you're going to be seeing the red dress. Amazon is basically, reminding you. And then eventually, after seeing it 7 times, you buy this red dress. You want to do that with all the things you want in your life. And that's the way of manifesting and energetically bringing it into your life.
It's such a beautiful thing that you share. Thank you so, so much for that. If you wanted to leave our listeners, our viewers, with one main idea that they can take with them to go out and ignite their lives, what would you like to share?
It's really never too late. I hear that so often, like, oh, I'm 40 now, or I'm 50 now, or I'm 60 now, or it's 70, it's over, I did it. It's never too late. All that matters is really wanting it and yearning for it, and knowing that you're going after something that you deeply, deeply desire. And if you do, then these things will come to you. So never think my time has passed, or even that I don't know how to do it. I had no idea how to do any of these. I truly had no idea. I'm in a very technical field, e-commerce field, SEO, all that stuff. I had no idea how to do any of this, but you learn how to do it. And there's a lot of help out there. And another actually key in my book, one of the keys, key number 3, is actually become a ferocious learner. That
Mhm.
there's always so much to learn and ways to learn things, and so many free things to learn too, online. So understand it really is never too late. If you're saying that to yourself, You might want to question that, because actually it's not true. It's a mindset belief that you have that you can change, and know that there's always help out there.
Such a beautiful, beautiful sentimental words. It's so true. We have to be students of our life. We have to even be enthusiastic to learn. I don't know how to do this, but I'm going to figure it out, or I'm going to take one step, or I'm going to put my learning cap on and try it one little process at a time and just learn my way through it. And then each and every time you get better and better at it. So beautifully said. Folks, if you want to know more about what Leslie is up to, please check out her website at lesliekuster.com. Get her copy of her book, reach out to her and see how she can support you. Leslie, thank you so much for being on this show. You have ignited me and all of our viewers.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
All right. Blessings to you. Have a great day. Well, folks, your connection that you have with your abundance is something private and personal to you, but don't just leave it over there on the corner and think it's just going to happen on its own. You want to take the time to make those connections and learn all you can about ways that you can create more abundance and wealth in your life, because when you have more, it's like that saying, more in your cup, you can spilleth over to give from your saucer and help others. That's how we're going to ignite humanity. When you have what you need, and when you are taken care of, and when you are looking after your life, then you have the ability to ignite others. So really work on your connection that you have with your prosperity and your abundance. Well, if you'd like to know what we're up to at Ignite, please go on over to our website and see what we're doing. We're building schools in third world countries. We're looking for donations if you'd like to be a part of that. We're also creating the largest compilation book ever, with 280 authors in that book talking about their Ignite moment and how they are igniting humanity. And it's the rainbow of stories, from the smallest to the biggest, from the littlest to the grandest. These wonderful stories that share how people are igniting humanity in a very big way. Also, if you'd like to be on our show, well, we would love it. We have a type form that you can fill out. Just let us know how you're igniting humanity, and we'd love to make you be a guest. We want to hear from people all over the world, from all different areas, on the things that they are doing to ignite humanity. Imagine how the world will be if we'll all come together, if we're all living in the middle of our zone of genius, if we're all amongst our possibilities, what we can do. It's powerful, it's amazing, and you too can be a part of this movement. We'd love to hear more from what you're up to. All right, big blessings to you. It's the end of the week, so have a great weekend. Go out and do something wonderful for yourself, and just remember, each and every little thing you do can ignite another life. So ignite your life and have a great day. Blessings to you.
Now, more than ever, we need to come together to connect with one another. We need to feel the truth in who we are and let go of everything that's happened in the past. We need to empower every person on the planet and awaken hearts, enliven souls, come together, laugh, play, rejoice, connect, create, and love. It's time to ignite humanity. We want you to be a part of something that will impact the future for everyone. We want you to tell your story, share your Ignite moment, show people who you truly are. Be a part of igniting humanity and making a difference in the world and all of our futures.